Hello, 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 hello. How are you? Welcome to Bemis Crafty Corner. I am Bima, better known as Els, and today we're going to do two quick projects for our idea book. Doop. All right. So this is my idea book, and it's sort of like everything pockets, you know. So in here I have things that I've made, projects, and I have them so that I can kind of go back and go, yeah, this would work, that would work, this would not, that won't work. You know, maybe for in a book. And a lot of these things are Velcroed in, like this one, so that I can pull this and actually place it into a journal and say, okay, is this going to be the right size? Okay, because obviously something big like this is not going to fit in every journal. Okay, this is a big piece. Overall, it's just over 8 inches. So it may not fit in every journal. So this way I'm able to pull these things out and test them and see, you know, if they'll fit in the space that I have and does it look right as far as, you know, the composition and stuff. And then I have basically what the name of the video is and what the major, you know, the directions are. So then I have a few other notes, like over here, optional. I can put a belly band on this as an option to keep it closed. So we're going to be doing two projects today that actually I don't think are actually in here. I'm looking to see. I don't think they're in here. So the two projects we're doing today are not in here. We did this. This was last week. Pocket letter cards, you know, project life cards. These are different project life cards that we made some, you know, journaling cards and stuff out of, general stuff. And then, so we're gonna do two projects today. To put into the book. The first of them is this one. And this is actually from a digital, this piece. And I've done this a couple of times in a journal, so I just wanted to kind of cover how we do this. It's really simple. And most importantly, is this pocket is only that deep. This pocket is only that deep. And this pocket is only that deep. These don't go all the way down. Now, you could make them deeper if you wanted to. That's entirely up to you. But it bulks it up in the bottom. And what fun is that? So we're going to do this, and we're going to do a little less bulky. And then we're going to be doing a tag. What's up, girl? So we're going to start this, and we're going to make a base. I'm just using some tea-dyed paper. This one is about 3.5 inches. We'll keep it to that size. So we'll cut a piece that's 3.5 inches as our base. Give or take. And then I have some papers. Let's go with this one. So this is just 6 by 6, and I think this is double-sided. We're going to find out. It might be double-sided. Nope, single side. Yay. Okay. So basically what I'm going to do is just kind of pick the areas that I want. I'm going to get 3 pieces here. Kind of like this. I can never pick anything. We'll use that because it's very different than the other piece. It's kind of exactly the same. I don't know. That doesn't even look like it belongs in this set. Use that butterfly piece. No, we'll use that one. Okay. So we have 3 pieces of paper. Do you have to use 3? No. Do you have to use different paper? No, you can use 2 different papers. You choose 1 sheet if that's what you want. Lately it's been so weird. I was putting up my weeklies the other day, my weekly lives, and found out that they've changed the way the moderation is done. Now when you're doing it, you have to go into you have to go all the way to the bottom of one of the screens to change your moderation, because they now have 4 levels of moderation. So you have to change that so that they know what you'll allow, and it's I don't know, it's just weird. All right, so what order do I want these in? I'm thinking like that. I like that step. So this is 3.5, so we're going to cut this at 3.5. But I'm going to make sure that I get the pieces that I want. Because I want that. I changed my mind. I want that. Okay, so 3.5. 3.5. And like they changed what your moderators can do. And I was in here the other day and I had a live and it wouldn't let anybody chat. That was just ridiculous. Okay, so this one's going to be our bottom piece. So we can cut this one the shortest. I think I'm going to do this one at like 2.5. Yeah, I like that. I'll get rid of this. And then this one's going to be in the middle, and I want it to be like 1 inch higher. But I'm not going to put it all the way to the bottom on the back here. Let me put ink so people can see this. So that's the bottom of that. And I don't want it to go all the way to the bottom of this pocket. So about there. And so I'm going to cut this one at, I think, about 2.5 too. See what it looks like. If I screw up, that's okay. We'll just get another piece.
Buggy.
Okay, and then this one, I want this one to be deeper, so I'm going to do this one at about 3.25. You'll see there's a method to my madness. Okay, now I want those finger nibs to all be the same, like in the same spot. So I'm going to cut them all together. Shoot things at myself. So what you been up to, girl? I haven't seen you in a while. What have you been doing? I'm going to go ahead and ink all of these. So that means I'm going to shake the camera. I apologize. I don't know how it shakes because the whole thing is not even attached to my desk. And it's on a steel rod.
Angle iron.
Yeah, it's on a piece of angle iron, so it shouldn't shake my desk, but it does. Now, I'm not going to do this one all the way around because that would just be silly. Call me silly. silly than this one. Oh, this is going to end up in one of those bags. I know it is. Y'all know that bag. Yeah. Okay. So now we're going to find which end we want to be the top. And this one's damaged down here, so I'm going to use this one as the top, but I don't like that line, so I'm going to cut it off. It's okay to not love your paper. I didn't say I didn't love it. I just didn't like it. All right. So then I'm going to put this one on here, and I'm going to leave myself a bit of a top. So glue on 3 sides. If the glue wants to work.
Hello, Tom.
If somebody could screw up a glue
Tom,
bottle,
this
it's
is
me.
Mike, Cox Business Support, calling on a recorded line. How you doing today, kind sir? Oh, it's a fun-filled day every day, my friend. Never the same thing twice, ever, honestly. It's tech support. It's a different beast every phone call. Yeehaw. So, hey, I got your thing
Get a
coming
mess.
off my desk. I'm reading through this. It was stating in here that all our stuff is set for 1 gig and all that fun stuff. So you're going to check your here. Something about a 300 meg update. What is the 300 meg? How's things going with that?
And then I'm going to put the second one on, and I'm going to put this one down like where I want this pocket to end. So glue again on 3 sides. Trying very hard to learn how to use this glue bottle, guys. Let it flow, let it flow. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
We have to try and remember not to squeeze the glue
so
bottle.
that you can tell us, all right, yep, you were clear, you're good, thank you, or I need you to look at this more and dig in deeper. You know, something's going on here. Any particular time better than the rest on the 25th?
Okay. Then I'm going to put this one on.
Okay, 1 p.m. I'll set this ticket for us to follow up with you, and we'll go from there. How's that?
Okay.
All right. In that case, Tom, anything else I can try to assist you with?
Then I'm going to take the bottom off, because I don't need the bottom.
Fantastic. In that case, I really appreciate your patience.
And I'm not trying to fit them in. You know what I'm saying? Because I put it on a piece that was too long to begin with, so I'm not trying to fit them on there. Then I'm going to round my top corners. And I will trim this if I have to. But now I have a top pocket that goes like all the way down to there. Put a mark right there. It's right there. It's right there. Let's put a mark on it. It's a tag. What do we care, right? So that one goes all the way down to there. This one only goes to here. And this one goes to here. So I have 3 different levels of stuff that I can put in here. But it's not overly bulky. And you can't go from here all the way down to the bottom. Okay? And that's going to keep the bulk down here from being like really heavy. I don't like really heavy bulk. So anyway, so that was my thing. And this is made out of scrapbook paper. So it's a little bit heavier than, it's not quite as heavy as like this, but it is a little bit heavier than, I would compare it to these library cards, which by the way fits in there. Maybe I'll alter some library cards and put them in there. I don't know. Hi, Miss Mari. Hi, friend. Okay, let's see. That's all of it. Pick all that up. So it just makes a quick, easy little pocket that you can, put in a journal or whatever. But we're going to put it in our idea book. I'm not going to write any instructions on this one because that would be redundant. Let's see. Looking for a spot. Looking for a spot. Spot. Aha, we'll put it over here. I'm going to glue this one in. Because I can measure if 3.5 inches is going to fit, And height is going to be different based on how deep I make the pockets. All right, so that was one. I know, it's been just weird. Okay, so the next one we're going to do, I did this one just because I was doing stuff the other night when I was working. Michelle and I were just hanging out on a chat, and I was working on making some ephemera to put in the pink fluffy journal. And I was like, I need a tag. And, I have this bin up here of all my tag stuff, So I have like regular blank tags in here in a couple of different sizes. And then I have like my background tags, like packaging stuff, that I've turned into postcards, that I've turned into tags. Excuse me. That, and I've left them pretty basically boring so that, I can change them up to put them, into whatever I want. So I have that would look great in like a botany journal or, something like that. Some of them are just, just pieces that have stuff decoupage to them. They're not really fancy. But I was like, I want something a little fancier. And I reached up and I grabbed one of these white tags. And I said, I can do something with this. So I got this out. And we're using the pink ones in the Floofy journal, but I had ordered these. And the reason I ordered them is because they are stickers, but there's no white on them and they're not made of plastic. So I took one of these and I said, I'm going to do something with it. So I ended up with this really cool tag. So we're going to make one. So to do this, I need a tag, I need a sticker, and I need a piece of scrap paper. Now you could use tissue paper or napkin. Napkin works for this. The white part of the napkin, that we don't ever use, or just a piece of, scrap paper. Let's see. I'm looking to see if I have a piece of scrap cardstock over here. Scrap cardstock. I have everything in here except what I'm looking for, That's not exactly cardstock, but I think it's going to work. All right, so what I did is I took this and I inked it up. So we're going to do that. I was playing with stuff. You ever do that? Like, you don't know why you're doing it. You just kind of playing with stuff. That's what I was doing. I was playing with stuff. I was just like, because we all know that I suck at making embellishments, specifically clusters. And I've been working really hard trying to get better at it. Because, yeah, I am cluster deficient. Some people, they can't draw. Some people can't paint. Some people can't, I can't make clusters. So I took this and I said, all right, self, let's put this on here. So I did. I put a little bit of glue on the side of my tag because I wanted it on the side of the tag. And my original thought was to put this on the tag and cut it off. And then I went, why? Why waste it? Like down here, yes. Cutting this part off, absolutely. Why? Because you want the bottom of the tag to be the bottom of a tag. Now this leaf that's sticking out, I don't like that, so I'm going to take that part off. There's a little bit of fussy cutting involved here. Okay, so I took that part off too, because I didn't think that that part was cool. But now I have it's hanging out. So what I did is I turned it over. I put some glue on it. And this is why I said you could use napkin or tissue paper to do this, because you could actually tear it off. But, you could just fussy cut. And then I took this and lined it up right next to the tag. And I glued it on the other part of the sticker. Just like that. And then I let it dry. And I'm going to let this one dry. Now, I will admit that I used my little fussy scissors on this because it's little, it's little. So let me get my little tip out here. And you can use, whatever little fussy cut scissors you use. I have these little ones. They're from Rear Memory Keepers. And they're sharp little bokers. So I let my glue dry. And then I came in and I just fussy cut around the sticker. And, you could do this if you have one. You could certainly use your craft knife or your ceramic pen, or whatever you use to do your fussy cutting. Normally I would do this with my big scissors, but because it's got some little parts, I decided to do it with the little scissors. Yeah. Now I'm going to take that part off. Boink. Just because I didn't like it. Go back over this way. Take this part off. And then come down here. I'm going to take this part off. And that part. And you can feel when you hit the sticker, because the material that you're cutting gets more dense, which allows you to get pretty close to it. I'm going to get in there. And in there. Okay. See that in there? But you can feel the density in the scissors, when you're hitting something. Okay, I'm going to take this off. Right there. Okay. Now, in. This side go in. Take that part out. Take that part off. Get rid of this. Yes. Okay. And then we're going to take the rest of this off. And I did this with the same kind of sticker. And then I thought about it and I went, you could do this with a lot of different things. You could do this with people, you could do it with flowers. You could do it with like a car sticker or something like that, and do this kind of weird fussy cut on the edge thing. Okay. Okay. And then I come back and I kind of clean up a little bit where I screwed up. And then you just ink it. Hi, Christine. So then you just come through and ink it. And it makes this really cool. I think it's almost three-dimensional tag. I am not putting this in the idea book. Everybody says, hi, Hubbard.
Hello.
So then, you put a little top on this and or a thing. Let's get a thing. We'll get a thing. I don't know. I kind of like the light orange. I got this down off the shelf in the craft room. And I was like, I'm going to use it. So now I'm like using it for everything. Because I don't use them for anything. All right. So I'm going to take this and put this through here. Like this and there. Like that. And then give it a thing. Like that. And then I'm going to put a top on it. I think we're going to go with gold. Because that's what I have. I don't have any orange. I'm telling you guys, I don't buy anything orange. I don't like orange. It's probably my least favorite color. Orange and yellow. I hate both of those colors. I don't hate them, but, they're not my go-to favorites. All right. So we're going to put that through there. Doop. Then put the tails through. Put them up. Whenever you'd use more than one ribbon, pull each one individually. Yeah. And angle these off. There we go. So that was what I was doing the other night. I was just messing around and this is what I came up with. And I was like, that's perfect. I like it. I love it. It's fantastic. It looks good in a pocket. I will tell you this though. When you put this into something, it has to be like something that you put in on the side, because if you put it in this way, unless it's really shallow, you're probably going to catch all of this. So I would definitely only put it in like this kind of a pocket, where you're sliding it in like a corner pocket or something. Otherwise, it could get caught on everything. That would be icky. and it would tear up all your fussy cutting. And we don't like to fussy cut to begin with, but if someone's going to make us cuss, it's going to be that. But I'm not putting that in the book because I'm going to use it in something. Because it's too special not to. Oh. All right. So, tomorrow we are going to be making, in the craft with me tomorrow night, we are going to be making some snowflake Christmas ornaments, but we're going to be doing it with ribbon, with lace. I did this in a video a few years back. Let me see if I can find one. All right, this is not the best one. I give these things to Hubbard, and he hangs them on his desk over there, and they get all dusty and yucky and gross. Let me see if I can clean it up to make it semi-presentable. Okay. It's quasi-presentable. So we're going to be making these. All right. And this is not made by stitching. You know, normally they're made by stitching. These are not made by stitching. You can stitch them, but we're actually going to be using, over there, some plastic rings. These are curtain rings. And you get 20 of them from Snobby for $1.79. And that's what I'm going to be using. So I'm going to be using these. We're going to be making these out of some lace. Yeah. So. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow. And these are not separated, and you need them to be separated, so you have to actually cut them, which is kind of a pain in the butt. They're very hard to cut, but we're going to do it anyway. We are. Actually, I'm probably going to pre-cut them. So we're going to be making these tomorrow in the craft with me. And, you know, if you don't have these, I'm going to be honest with you, you can use those lock rings. Yeah. So if you have some of those and you want to use those, you can use those. Absolutely. But we're going to be using some laces, big lace with big lace. And I am probably going to be using some dollar store lace, because I bought this at the Dollar Tree a few years ago. And I said, you know, that's the perfect lace. So we're going to be using that. And, you know, I've got some others that are kind of wide. So we may use some of those, like this one. This one's wide. We might use that one. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow. And then all next week, after we get this fluffy pink journal put together, we're going to start on projects. Let me just put this inside. I have a whole bag of stuff that I got at Hobby Snobby and the Dollar Tree. So first off, this one. So this is that craft foam. And I got it in 2 colors of green. We're going to make Christmas trees out of this. This we're going to try. But here's the thing. If you go and you buy this, I bought this and it was 99 cents. And I looked at, they had the half sheets. They weren't even half. They're 8.5 by 11s. And these are 12 by 18. So 8.5 by 11, they had the little sheets, and those were 99 cents too. So I said, no, hell, I'm buying the big one. Because if I screwed this up, at least I have extra. So I bought those. So that was $2. And then I went to the Dollar Tree and I found these and I thought those are cool. So we're going to be doing this. Do a project with this. There's 8 pieces in here. So if you have grandkids or something and you want to do like individual ornaments for them to put on the tree, you could certainly use those. What else did I get? Oh, I picked up a snow globe. The Dollar Tree has the snow globes in again. Now, this year is the first time I've ever seen them do this. I hate trying to get this thing out. Anyway, you guys can see it. They put directions in there. That's the first year I've ever seen them do it. And they all came wrapped in this little plastic band so that they didn't get scratched. We got that. I also picked up an ornament while we were there at the Dollar Tree. One, because we're going to do something with it. We're going to do something cute. So we have an ornament. You may want a smaller one than that. I bought a big one because, you know, it's got a show. So I bought that. I also bought 2 rolls of just chenille from the Dollar Tree in white because we're going to use that. I got some bows from the Christmas stuff at Paper Studio at Schnobby. I bought some ribbon. I got this at the Schnob, but you can get it, you know, almost the exact same one at the Dollar Tree. But I happen to be in the Snob, and that's where I got this, you know. And I was like, well, will I wait until I go down the... No, I'm not going to wait until I go to the Dollar Tree and then find out they don't have it and then have to go back to the Snob. Or they don't have what I want, or what they have is wired. But I got a black and white and a green and cream colored and a black and red in the buffalo check. And then I got these. These are huge popsicle sticks, guys. Huge. Look at, that's my hand. And I have big hands. We all know this. I wear a size 10 ring. These are almost 8 inches. They're 7 3/4 inches by almost an inch wide. They're just like a shave off of an inch, 0.98. We're going to use those. So we have a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to be using and playing with over the next week, 2 weeks. Because I'm burned. I'm burned out. So we're going to be doing those. Plus it's Christmas, you know. And we got Thanksgiving coming this week. And so I don't want to... you know, I'll be here for Christmas for anybody who doesn't have a place to go. I will be here. And so you can come and hang out with me. I'm going to go live probably 2 to 3 times on Thanksgiving Day. And I may go live on StreamYard just so everybody can, you know, if somebody wants to join me for a little bit, they can do that. What else? Oh, I got this in the mail today. Olive and Cocoa. Good Tidings 2025. And I was looking through here and I was thinking to myself, you know, this would be cool to use to make Christmas cards. Like, obviously not the food, but like this Santa guy, this gnome, those two, too big. But I was thinking, you know, this would be cute to make little cards out of. And we're going to dupe this. And I'll tell you why. Because this is $198. We're going to make a dupe for like under $5. But I thought, you know, some of these are kind of cute. Like this one here would be cute on a Christmas card. And that would be cute if it was smaller. It's too big. But you could certainly reduce it on a printer. And scan it, reduce it, and print it. So I went through and, you know, just kind of, I was looking at some of the things in here and I was like, aside from the fact that they are overly expensive, like way expensive, and I know that, you know, this is out of Utah. If it's out of Utah, it's ridiculous, okay? I mean, like, if it's out of Utah, they pay maybe $5 for what you see here, and they sell it for $144. Yeah. most of your multi-level marketing companies, like LaLaRue and all those, they all come out of Utah. But, you know, if you get through the like, that would be a cute Christmas card. This would be cute. I just thought some of these would be cute, you know? So anyway, so they actually have that thing in here twice. Look, they have this one over here, and this one is $188. We're going to dupe it for less than $5. But that came in, and I was like, let me see. I don't order from catalogs. I don't know why it came in. But we're going to play with it and do some stuff out of that. What else? Hi. It's Harry time. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. What are you doing? It's too cold to go outside. I know you want to go see your friend. But you can't, baby. It's too cold out there. It's going to rain. Yes, water falls from the sky and gets the kitty wet. And the kitty doesn't like to be wet. So, yeah, so we got a couple of those, you know, a bunch of those things we're going to be doing next week. And what else? I still have the Christmas boxes of 2025 that are going to be, that are currently showing up in the lineup, about one a week for 4 weeks. And we're going to crash things down on my head. 3 days. Yeah, see, we got rain coming in again tonight. So we're going to talk about this one. If you don't know, I'm doing a collab. Yeah. I'm doing a collaboration. It's called Terry's Crafty Christmas 25. And there's about 45 people participating in this thing. I'm only doing one video. But there's about a dozen different digital kits that I can choose from. And they've just uploaded a few new ones, so I'm going to go check those out. And basically, I have to do like a 20-minute video, I think it is. Yeah, 20-minute or longer video using one or more. I can only use one per video of the kits provided for me. And I have to tell everybody who the designer is and all of that. Tell everybody how to go get prizes because how to enter for the prizes because there's prizes. And then she's going to do a video that I'm going to have to link that's going to send everybody to that video that teaches, you know, that tells everybody what it's about. Let's see what else. And then I have to post it. It's a weird thing, but yeah, I'm doing a collaboration. Kind of strange, right? I know. Waiting for the shipping label to come in for my printer so that I can send my printer back and get a new one because this one's no bueno. Very much no bueno. Anything else? Can you think of anything else? We're going to do some Christmas projects. We have boxes coming out. What else? We're doing the collaboration. We're going to be here for Thanksgiving. I'm going to roast you like a turkey, you little fat boy. No, I'm not. Yeah, I think that's everything. There's a lot going on right now. So, and somehow I still have to manage to get my Christmas cards done because I haven't done my Christmas cards yet this year.
Coming in or not?
I haven't even decided what shape they're going to be.
All right.
So I got to get that done. And Kitty, you're so cute. So yeah, so I got a lot of stuff to do. We got stuff put into our idea book, and I have to go shopping tomorrow because I have to find a full-size washi tape box because this half box stuff doesn't work for me. Nope, 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 nope. Okay. All right, I got that put away. Oh, I broke my trimmer today. This one. I was cutting and it hit like right here and it hit that wire and it shredded the wire. So I had to cut the wire out. Like, I mean, I don't care. It's not like it's, it's no big deal. It's not like the wire was imperative, but I had to cut it out. I was so mad. I broke my toy today. Did you do it? Did you break my toy? Did you? All right. So that's it for me, guys. I'm going to pop on out of here because I'm going to get Hubber his dinner. It's 7 o'clock and he wants to eat.
At some point, be great. That's awesome.
Yes, ma'am, I have. Okay, what I got? What came in the set? All right, so we have these one. Get off, Harry. The white ones. There's a black and white one. We have the blue, the yellow, and the pink. Yeah, they came in yesterday. What color did you want, Christine? Yeah, if you don't know, I keep a kitty paw on the top of my glue bottle because it actually works without having a pin in it. Yeah, but it's fun. It's fun and it's quirky and it's weird. Let me know which one I can send you, honey. I'll send you one. The black and white? Absolutely. And the yellow. Oh, okay. Let me see. All right, let me look. All right, Christine. A, B, or C? That's what I got. A, B, and C. Okay. All right. Need a bag. Let's put these in a bag. Well, we're gonna grab a bag. Okay, putting them in the bag. I will try and remember to get these in the mail tomorrow, okay? They're just so stinking cute. Yes, ma'am. Let me get my pen. Mail me to Christine. I'll put it right there on my desk so I remember. When I wake up tomorrow and go, what am I supposed to do? Oh, yeah, mail this to Christine. 'Cause I'm a dork sometimes. I know, they work perfect, right? I love them. And you don't have to put a pin in it. That's the best part. You don't need a pin. All right, so that's right there on top of the, the little shit, so that I can see it in the morning when I come out here. We all know my little shit. My little shit. Sitting right on top of my little shit. No, there's no pin in them. That's the best part, Mari. They're just open on the inside, and they just, because they're rubber, they just seal on there, and they keep the glue from drying out. It's fantastic, and they stay on. I don't know. I was using this, and it's so freaking ugly. This is a regular knitting needle top with a pin in it, and I was like, that is so ugly. I got to find something funner, and because it's me, I got to have something fun. So I had my little paw print. And Harry likes to play with it. He stole one the other day. He did. He stole it right off the bubble. He stole it right off the bottle. All right, guys. That's going to do it for me. I'm going to get out of here and go make Hover some dinner. And yeah, that's it. So if you're new here and you haven't done so already, hit the button. Because if I'm going to offend you, I want you to be here for it. And I think that it's only fair that, if you come in for me to offend you, that you subscribe to the channel. I think that's a fair trade. If you want to cyber stalk me, though, you can go down and you can click on the more in the description box, and it's going to tell you like my Etsy, my Instagram, all that. I don't do TikTok. I'm too old for TikTok-y. Right? Keep warm. I got to keep him in the house. He wants to go outside and play with his friend, but it's going to rain and he's going to get cold and wet, and his little ears get like ice when he's out there. So he's not allowed to go outside. No. Even Mari said you're not supposed to get cold. But that's going to do it. Listen, I love you guys. Stay warm. Stay indoors. Seriously. The weather is like psycho right now. It's bipolar. So stay indoors, stay warm, and, I love you. Till next time, guys. Bye.
Hi there.